Hi, in this video, in this tutorial, I want to take you through my preferred way for marking a student assessment task. There's a few different ways that you can come into lab and find out what students have submitted and what might need marking. I'm not going to focus on that in this one. I'm going to go straight to the assignment and take you through how to grade within lab, which I think is the easiest and most efficient way. So I'm in Design Haircut Structures. logged in as an educator. And I'm going to come down to the assessment tasks. I'm going to open those up and I want to have a look at task one. Some students have told me they've submitted their assessments, and I want to go and have a look at those. I can see this from this table. I can see that there's been two students or two participants who've been active in here, who've logged in. There's two that have been submitted, and obviously there's two that need grading that I need to go in and grade. I can jump directly to grade, and that's absolutely, you might want to do that once you've been through this a few times. I also like to sometimes go to view all submissions, and then I can see exactly who has submitted what. So particularly if I've got a larger class and there's a bit more going on, I can just come in here and go, okay, Daisy and Elizabeth have both submitted this file. This is their document here. Again, I can download it from here and have a look at it if I want to look at it offline. I don't want to do that though. I want to come right in here and grade it. And I'm going to go to Elizabeth's and I'm going to click on the grade button. And what this is going to do is it's going to open up the PDF in the grader window itself. So through here, I can see that this is her submission. It's got her name on it. One thing to remember through here, you need to flip the pages through this little command bar here. I still go to scroll through the document and it's not going to work. So in here, what I can do is I can come through and have a look at Elizabeth's answers. And what I can do is I can give a response to each of these. It's really easy to do. I can come in here with a tick and leave a tick on these. These all look great. If I want a little bit more detail, I can come in here and I can write some notes. I can put in here, yes, this is correct. Okay, so I can put like little sticky notes. If I want to draw attention to that, I can also annotate that. I'm happy with the answer here. I think this is good, so I can have a little pen. I cannot draw online, so, I probably don't use that one so much. The answers about the crest. Now here and this and go, this is not, this is not right. I think Elizabeth's got a little bit confused here, and she's talking more about distribution than about projection here. So I might just even want to just perhaps highlight this one, and I might want to put like a little note here to come in and say, can we, let's discuss this in your next class, because I think I really want to make sure that she understands the difference between projection and distribution in here. So I can pop that in here. I'm going to go into my next question. Look, I'm really happy with that. So I'm going to go back to my, I also might use like my smiley face. I'm not going to put it there because again, I think distribution and projection, we have a little bit of confusion here. And a design guideline, that's not quite what I'm looking for. It looks like I forgot to answer a question here, but she definitely knows the difference between her mobile and her stationary guideline. So, I'm happy with that answer. I'm pretty happy with the weight area as well. I think she's got that. I'm going to come back here. I can use a big red cross. I'm not a huge fan of that, but what I might do is again just put a little bit of a note. I think you forgot to answer this question. And again, I would like to let's discuss this one. And I'm going to do the same with this one. I'm going to say, so in this regard, I'm not going to complete this one. I'm going to say that this is not. And I'm also going to add some comments here in my feedback comments and just say that Elizabeth, this was a great attempt. There was a lot that was correct in here, but there are just a few points that I would like to discuss with you, particularly regarding distribution and projection. Let's discuss this in your next class. Okay, so that is all there. Now, if perhaps I've got another document that I need to upload, maybe I have a marking guide from my RTO or something that I need to provide, I can drag and drop this file in here and do that. In here, what I can also do is I can provide a screen recording and I can record a video. So if I want to give a little bit more detail, if I actually wanted to provide some feedback to Elizabeth and take her through distribution and projection again, or to point out where she could find that information in her reference material, in her content, I can do that. If I don't want to be on screen, but I still want to leave that level of detail, I can also do a recording, an audio recording here as well. And this is a really nice option, perhaps if students are off campus or they're in the workplace and we don't get to see them a lot. It can be a little bit more personal than just the note. I can also add images here, anything that's going to help in my feedback through here. So the other thing I want to do here is, because this is not 100% complete yet, Elizabeth still needs to come back in and do a little bit more work. What I need to do is I need to open this up for her and I need to allow her another attempt. So I can say, I can change this here to yes. And let's get rid of that little message there. I can change this to yes so that she can then come back in and submit another file. Down here, I've got notify learners done. So once I save this, then she will get a notification that there is feedback on her work and she can come in and have a look at that feedback. I can also save and show next. I know that I've got another student who has submitted work, so I can go directly to that if I want to. So that's just saving the changes at the moment. And I've done all of that within Lab without having to go anywhere else or download any documents. And now I'm at my next student, Daisy, who has also submitted the same task. So I can go through and I can do feedback for Daisy as well. So it's a really quick way of going through and getting everyone who's in that unit or in that group and who's completed that task and getting them marked off together.